Welcome you guys to another deck video. Today we are going to talk about Tangrowth. This is one of those decks where I have to talk about it because it is / was in the U150 tournament we did. It is a lot worse than we anticipated. We knew it was going to be bad. Don't get us wrong. We knew it was going to be bad, but we didn't think it was going to be this bad. This deck is one of those that on the surface you're like, yeah, maybe, sure, a little bit, sure, why not? But it's actually horrible. It's all based around Tangrowth level X. Has this big growth attack. Search the discard pile for as many grass energies as you like and attach them to your Pokemon in any way that you like. On the surface, sounds awesome, especially in U150, where you can pitch like 15 grass energies no problem, big growth them all onto your field and just swing. Sounds awesome. However, we really didn't know what to accelerate to. Stuff that obviously does more damage for the more energies attached to it is going to be great. There are a lot of Tangrowths that have that attack, but getting a Tangrowth set up and then using said attacks was more costly than if we would have just used some other unconventional method of grass acceleration. So that's why this deck's not as great as you'd think, but we're going to go over anyways. We do play a Tangrowth level X, obviously, and here are the Tangrowths that we are going to evolve from. This one does 30 times the number of grass energies attached to him. However, he's an EX, and however, you can't use 100 Fierce Lashes again the next turn for some stupid reason. They're like, hey, you can use this attack, but then, yeah, gotta take a turn off from it. So, kind of bad there. This does 20 for every energy attached to Tangrowth, and then this one I think is 10 snipe. Yes, this is 10 for every energy, but you can snipe with it. So you got 30, can't use it again, 20, and then 10 snipe. Those are your Tangrowths. You do want to be accelerating to Tangrowth, obviously, because you're going to do more damage that way. We are going to play 4 Tangulas. This is so that you can, you're going to level X one of these guys, right? And he's going to be evolved here. This one's going to be evolved here, this one's going to be evolved here. Use 1 energy accelerate to these 3, this one dies, and then you can still go evolve here. That's like the best case scenario, right? That's why you play a 4-3 line instead of a 3-3-1 line, just so you can have that extra Tangela on the bench to accelerate to. It's like you didn't want to accelerate to your own Tangrowth level X. We are also going to play your standard grass support of Shaman and Tropius. You'll see these in a lot of grass-based decks if you don't really know what else to play. The Revenge Blast here, super good late game attack, and then Tropius returns a good setup attack, plus Energy Press if your opponent's getting too rowdy. We do play 1 Celebration Wind Shaman. You could also play, what's the old one? There's a fun fact if you didn't know. The Mewtwo Delta species. Or it is a Delta species Mewtwo, it's like a metal type Mewtwo. It does like the same thing. But you do this because, like, if you messed up on your attachments with Tangrowth level X, you can move them around. And then we play 1 Genesect here. It does 50 plus 20 for each grass energy attached to this Pokemon. So again, awesome. However, this one's an EX, so, 110 HP, basic EX. But it is going to be your big bopper. You can move a lot of energies to it and just start swinging. So those are your attackers there. You are going to be playing your 10 support-oriented Pokemon. These 10 I love to put in every single deck because they are very good cards. They increase your consistency and whatnot. No reason not to play those, especially in this deck. Oh god, Tangrowth, this deck's so bad. Please don't build this deck. It is freaking awful. Man, this shouldn't be even a deck. Like, if we did this tournament again, we are definitely not building Tangrowth. But, anyways. Supporter time, AZ, Bebes, Colress, Copycat, Guzma, and Hex. All standard stuff. Iris, because damage output sucks if all of your energy goes away. Which it will. And the thing is, you need to use Big Growth probably at least 2 to 3 times a game for this deck to be effective. And using Big Growth is just giving your opponent chances, right? Ugh. Karina, Lysander, and Trump card. Marley's an N. All standard stuff here. You got Oracle, Collector, Juniper, Oak, Sycamore. You have a Psychic's Third Eye to help you get those grass energies into the discard pile. Rocket's Adamant is the second N. I am just all a mess with this deck. Rosie's Sages to get extra grasses into the discard. Skyla, Teammates, and Wally. I would even consider playing a Twins in this deck because your level X is going to die, and it's going to die a lot. So you might as well play one of those. If you're looking for extra searching cards, I guess. I don't know. Twins might be a... I don't know, man. I don't know what to make. What would make this deck better. If you can come up with a solution that makes this deck better, let me know. It seems good on the surface, but trust me, when you try playing it, you'll realize, like, wow, if I don't get like a turn 2 big growth off, I am so far behind. And that's kind of what it is like you miss that turn 2 Tangrowth, you're way far behind. Anyways, Acrobike, Battle Compressor to get those grasses, Bill, Computer Search, Escape Rope, Evo Soda, excuse me, and Heavy Ball. All of your Tangrowths are actually fatties, so Heavy Ball to search your Tangrowth line. Imposter Oak's Inventions in every deck. Item Fighter, Junk Arm, Level Ball, Luxury Ball. Again, you're going to see this in a lot of decks. Max Potion to heal your level X because you're only going to have 1 energy attached. So if you can find a way to like retreat it and then Max Potion it, you can always have it on your bench as like a backup. Misty's Wrath, get grasses in the discard pile. Pop Out for recovery. Communication, Retriever for recovery. Oak. Professor's Letter, so you can get 2 grasses in your hand somehow and then like discard them with Oak or Ultra Ball. Revitalizer, you are playing a grass-based deck. Scoop Up, I'm kind of getting some glare there. Scoop Up, yeah, almost in any deck. Secret Mission, help get grasses in the discard. Super Rod for recovery. Switch, Swoop Teleporter, Ultra Ball versus Secret, and Windstorm to round it out. Pretty standard looking stuff. The only thing that's not standard is like Max Potion, Revitalizer, Letter, that sort of thing. And Battle Compressor. Just kind of extra ways to either recover or get grasses into the discard pile. That's really all you're looking for there. Gonna speed along here, moving on to the stadiums. You can kind of guess what's going to be in the stadiums. It's really not going to be anything too interesting. Broken Time Space Revolutions, and you're playing grass, and you're playing evolutions, so Forest Giant Plants. Nothing too exciting to write home about there. Your tools, you're going to play your 2 standard ones of Floatstone and Muscle Band. Those are going to be in almost any single deck ever. And then you're playing Wishful Baton and EXP Share. Wishful Baton to conserve energies, and same with EXP Share. You want your energies on the field because you don't want to level X too many times in a row. Rounded out here, your Elite 4, you're going to play all of them, no reason not to. And then your Ace Spec is actually not Dowsing Machine for once. It's going to be G-Scope because you're playing that, you're playing the Genesect. So you might as well try something new. So G-Scope is a great way of getting rid of your opponents' bench sitters. It's a nice little, cool little thing you can have in there to just be like, boop, get rid of that Claydol, boop, get rid of that Porygon, that sort of thing. I like it in decks that can abuse G-Scope. I prefer to have G-Scope instead of Dowsing Machine. Things that can abuse that. But, I mean, still play Dowsing if you don't want to play G-Scope. Then energies, you have 1 double colorless to increase your damage output because the Tangrowth damage is not limited to just grasses. But then moving to grasses, we're going to be having 3, 6, 9, 12, 14 grass energies. It's more than enough to accelerate at least like 6 or 7 every big growth you do. You're never going to hit that. You can hit that like Miracle 10 big growth or the 14 big, 13 big growth if you can. But you're not going to hit that. You could build the deck more focused around that, but you're going to get enough grass energies in the discard pile between like Misty's, Oaks, Psychic's Third Eye, Sages, Battle Compressor. You're going to get enough of these in the discard pile that you don't really need more of them. But anyways, that does it for Tangrowth. Really not that exciting of a deck. I despise this deck. If you can find a way to make it better, please let me know. But you're going to be using just grind, and hopefully you have enough energies on you to one-shot stuff. But this deck just lacks damage output, lacks pressure, lacks mid to late game. You have to use your level X attack at least 2 or 3 times a game, so you give your opponent free turns. Yeah, like it's on paper it seems awesome. Be like, oh man, look at all this grass energy as I'm accelerating, and then you're like, okay, now what? That's just kind of how the deck rolls. But anyways, if you can think of a way to make it better, let me know. If you have any questions on the deck, let me know. If not, thanks for watching.